manufacturer in the world. Who's your swap your ride daddy? Big Sky Ford in Lincoln, that's who.
It's 7:43 at KNEB, and we're at 57 degrees. It's News Extra time. Here's Kevin Mooney.
Thank you, Dennis, and good morning, everyone. Carol Sinner is here today. She's from the Aging Office of Western Nebraska, and we're going to talk about a couple of caregivers conferences that are coming up this week, one tomorrow and one Wednesday.
Thursday.
Or Thursday.
Thursday in Alliance.
Thursday, okay. Thursday in Alliance, one tomorrow and one Thursday. And when exactly are these?
Okay, tomorrow, May 22nd, from 9 o'clock in the morning till 3 o'clock in the afternoon at Central Church of Christ in Gering. And then our other Caregiver Appreciation Fair is going to be Thursday, May 24th, again from 9 to 3 at the Alliance Library.
Okay. What are caregivers conferences?
Caregiver Appreciation Fairs, what we're looking at is there are a lot of people out there that are both paid and unpaid providers to the elderly and to the disabled that are living in their homes. Yeah. So it's our opportunity to say thank you to all those people who are there helping them.
All right. There'll be refreshments and so forth, and you're going to have also some other people there from different agencies to maybe help these people give better care. Yes. Help also some of the caregivers in general too.
Yes, Kevin. People such as Lifeline from Regional West Medical Center, the League of Human Dignity, an old friend of yours, Karen Long with Medicare Part D is going to be there. And so they will provide opportunities for caregivers to learn more about services that are available. We're also going to have door prizes. We're going to have refreshments. We're going to have some brochures for the caregivers so that they can learn some tips on how to take care of themselves as well as how to take care of those that their clients.
Yeah. Many times caregivers, for the most part, are like family members, right?
Yes, they can be family members that are either informal or unpaid providers or can be formal or paid providers. Sometimes we have family members who give up jobs to be at home all day with their loved ones. And so the Aging Office, through some of our programs, has a way of paying providers to do that job that then helps keep that person at home and be independent as long as they can to keep them from being in the nursing home.
Yeah. Most of these folks are aged or disabled individuals for the most part, right?
Yes, they are.
And then there are some outside caregivers that come in, and even though they may not be there full time, they might be there, for just a brief amount of time just to give the caregiver a break, possibly, because this has to be difficult to do.
Yes. There are people who come in on an hourly basis. There are people who come in on a partial day. We have some family members who still continue to work. Maybe they have a job from 8 to 5. So there may be a caregiver who comes in during that 8 to 5 time, and then the family member takes care of them for the rest of the 24 hours.
Yeah. So there will be some tips about that. Church members, a lot of times, are some of the people that come in.
Neighbors,
all that type of stuff.
Yes.
So
some of our caregivers are qualified as far as maybe they've worked in a nursing home before. Maybe they have an LPN or an RN license, and they really enjoy doing this work one-on-one. Sometimes some of our caregivers are people who have taken care of a loved one. They've been in those shoes, and then they've enjoyed it so much that they're giving back to the community and they're providing that service for other people.
Yeah. When folks are in this situation, how difficult is it financially for many people in this kind of situation where you're disabled, you're aged, and you have people coming in to take care of you and so forth? How do they pay for some of these services?
It can be very expensive. However, there are programs out there, programs that can be provided or coordinated through the Aging Office, through the League of Human Dignity, where there can be some financial assistance. We also have a list of providers that people can hire privately to come in and do this kind of job.
All right, let's take a break and we'll be right back.
Gering's vibrant history and the premier facility of the Gering Civic Center makes this the place for your reunions and small dinners.
We talk a little bit about all the servicing
event
that the
planning and the
aging
meat
office
shop's 29
provides.
years of catering
Maybe get
experience.
into that.
Your events will be spectacular. Call West Nebraska's premier multifunction facility at 436-6888 or visit us at www.geringciviccenter.com. The Gering Civic Center. We do the work and you get the praise.
We are back on News Extra this morning. Carol Sinner is here from the Aging Office of Western Nebraska. We're talking about Caregivers Appreciation Days coming up Tuesday, 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. over at Central Church of Christ in Gering. And then on Thursday, 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. over at the Alliance Library. And you'll have some of the same agencies at both of these appreciation days, and then some different ones possibly.
Yes. For instance, we're going to have some nursing home representatives. We have different facilities in the Scottsbluff-Gering area than we do in the Alliance area. However, there are some other programs. I mentioned earlier the Lifeline program through Regional West. They cover the entire Panhandle. So Jane Parks is going to be at both of our fairs.
Okay. And you mentioned the nursing homes will be there at both. I would assume that in some cases, some of these caregivers are going to say, you know, maybe it is time to go into the nursing home, right?
There does become a time when we have to look at safety. We have to look at the safety of the individual, their level of needs. We also have to look at the safety and the health of the caregivers, particularly if it's family members. For instance, a spouse or an adult child. They may be working another job. They may be getting to the point where they're getting worn out, and having that additional paid provider or some respite services may be helpful, but then it gets to the point where it may not be enough. And so then we can help those family members make that decision when it's time to put somebody into an assisted living or a nursing home.
Okay. The Aging Office of Western Nebraska, you guys have a number of services at that agency, right?
Yes, we do. We provide services to the entire Panhandle. We have our nutrition program. We have nutrition programs at all of the senior sites throughout the Panhandle. We provide congregate meals, and we provide home-delivered meals. We also have the SHIP representative, Karen Long, who can meet with anybody to discuss Medicare Part D. We have our Choices program, which is our care management as well as our Medicaid waiver program. Those are the programs that we can help get coordination of providers, other services, handyman services, and we can work with family members to talk to them about level of care, level of need that's out there.
Okay, so when individuals get to be in that retirement age and so forth, and even beyond that, there's a lot of things you really kind of have to know, and sometimes you have to be helped with all the different federal programs that are out there.
That's right, Kevin. Our care management program assists people 60 and over. The Medicaid waiver program assists people 65 and over. And then the League of Human Dignity is going to be at our Caregiver Appreciation Fair, and they assist people 18 through 64.
All right. So a lot of things that the Aging Office of Western Nebraska does. How many folks are employed with the Aging Office of Western Nebraska? Just roughly.
A whole bunch.
Huh?
We have 13 in the Choices program, but if you add our office support, we have about 20, and then if you add all of the nutrition staff, we're talking about a whole lot of people. We have cooks, we have aides, we have site managers at all of the nutrition sites. So we have anywhere from Sydney up to Gordon and Rushville, so we cover quite a bit of area.
Yeah. All right. Once again, tomorrow, the Caregivers Appreciation Fairs coming up tomorrow, 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. over at the Central Church of Christ in Gering. And then 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. over at the Alliance Library on Thursday.
That's correct.
And we hope caregivers are there, folks that kind of need a break, other people that just want to get some more information.
Oh, yes, and you can be a caregiver on an informal basis. You may not even be associated with the Aging Office or the League or any of the other programs. We would just like you to come out so that we can say thank you for the wonderful job that they do.
All right. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you, Kevin.